We should be live about now. Sorry for everyone if you are watching this right now and there's been a little bit of a delay. I kind of had issues thanks to the weather, but hopefully you should be able to hear me now. Alright, anyways, so we have actually managed to make it to 6,000 subscribers, and in celebration, I'm actually going to be doing a little bit of a stream of a different game on the N64, specifically Majora's Mask, one of my all-time favorites. Bad weather is still a little bit of a thing, but hopefully it's not too much of a problem right now. So, how's everyone doing today? Go ahead and get the game started. Boy who, after battling evil and saving Hyrule, crept away from the land. Done with the battles he once waged across time, he embarked... It's going a little fast for me to read it. And a journey in search of a beloved and invaluable friend. Basically, oh, hey JC, how you doing? A friend with whom he parted ways when he finally fulfilled his heroic destiny. So basically, he's going to look for Navi. The two of them split up, apparently. And he's, of course, in the Forbidden Forest. Or the Lost Woods, sorry, Lost Woods. But yeah, in case, by the way, you aren't able to tell, this is actually running with a texture pack as well. I'm using a Narrow's texture pack, which does make the game look a lot nicer, I have to say. Just pause there a little bit. I'm not sure why, but okay. So anyways, how's things going for everyone? I have to admit, the texture work on the Majora's Mask itself is really nice. I'm not sure why it's pausing like this frequently. I was testing this game out a little bit before. Maybe it has something to do with OBS or whatever that I'm using to record or stream with. But yeah, it was not pausing like this or stuttering like this briefly when I was testing it out. So he's found the ocarina. Anyways, this is easily one of my favorite games, by the way, on the N64 and of all time in general. Now I could have started this a little bit further out in the game, but I decided to instead just start it from the beginning, since this is a live stream of sorts. Might as well start from there. But yeah, this is easily also my favorite Legend of Zelda game as well. So JC, what's new with you, eh? Oh well. So I could go and just cut these bushes here, but instead I've decided I'm just going to go straight to deal with the Skull Kid himself. JC says, I remember the music of the third day and the moon used to freak me out when I was little. Yeah, I love the fact, though, that this game got an E for everyone rating. Because, yeah, this was back when the ESRB wasn't as well established. This is definitely one of the darkest Legend of Zelda games. That's most certainly true. I don't know why why the cutscenes are having those little pauses like that. I hope it's not too much of a bother for you guys. Quicksilver says hola. Hey, Quicksilver. Saludame porfa. I only know a little bit of Spanish. Not enough to really know that. Sorry, boys. Hope you're having a good time. Hope you're having a good time watching the stream, though. I love how she's trying to make you feel guilty and all that for her getting stuck behind when she teamed up with the villain. And has an attitude anyways. Oh, well, we'll at least open the door, because we have to anyways. Now, she'll actually stay back here rather than go up with us, which causes this little cutscene to play. So, Tattlers, isn't it? Yeah, like I said, Quicksilver, I don't really speak much Spanish. I do, of course, understand English, so... And it does it does at least look like you like my work, though. That's good. Glad to hear it. I will say this about Tattle as a character. Personally, I think that she's at least a better partner than Navi. Not exactly saying very much, because Navi's become something of a meme or she's been something of a meme forever for just how obnoxious she can be at times. Tattle doesn't really have that problem. Yeah, I'm actually playing Majora's Mask here. I'm also, by the way, using a texture pack made by a guy named Nerl. I would highly recommend, if you have an emulator and, of course, own the original game, to try out the texture pack, because it does make the game look much nicer. It might still be a work in progress, but it's mostly finished from what I've seen. But by the way, thank you, JC, for talking to Quicksilver there and just giving and translating there. So we'll just go through here. And I believe it's around this area. Yep, right as soon as this cutscene plays. Yes, actually. Majora's Mask is a sequel to Ocarina of Time. And I take it you, of course, enjoy Ocarina of Time as well. Well, it is a great game in its own right. Definitely. Curiously, I ended up playing this game before I ended up getting a hold of Ocarina of Time. So that might have a big impact on why I'm such a fan of this game especially, but Ocarina of Time's great as well, though. Don't get me wrong on that. So, yeah, for those of you who don't know, the basic plot of the game, though, is we try to recover the Majora's Mask for this happy mask salesman, and in exchange, he's going to teach us how to become a human. JC says, I never actually finished this game, only played it for a little while because I was terrible at it. Well, that's actually unfortunate, because it is really, really unique as far as Zelda games are concerned. They really did decide to do something quite different and quite solid anyways. Quicksilver doesn't understand English, I think it says, which is unfortunate. Well, anyways, this will at least show you how to get through the... Well, yeah, so let's actually look at what this game does unique. They said in 3 days, basically, we have to do this... or get the mask back is the idea. And that's because this game runs on a 3-day cycle. You might be wondering how on earth you're supposed to accomplish the entire game in that short amount of time. Well, there's more to it. I'll be showing you that, of course. So, first of all, we have to go here, get this fairy, and return her to the fairy fountain so we can get the great fairy to help us out. We're at it, we'll get this. One of the things really interesting is that all the different characters, the NPCs, actually have a very specific schedule that they follow, which does actually make the game have a rather interesting feel to it also in its own way for an N64 game, because they really did, on the one hand, really try to build up some of the character development for these NPCs, but at the same time, the fact that whenever you go, well, that's actually spoilers a little bit right now, so we'll just hold off on that. But yeah, JC, if you have a copy of it, I would strongly recommend, or if you're interested, I would strongly recommend getting a copy at some point, because it is definitely a game worth your time. So we've met the Great Fairy here. She's going to give us magic abilities, so that should help. D-Rock says, hello. Hello, D-Rock. Hope you are enjoying the live stream. We are playing some Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. Just got to the first Great Fairy in the game, which means I've just got the magic abilities for the Deku Scrub here. So we have to go meet a guy in an observatory. But to do that, I'll show you guys what exactly, or how exactly to get to the observatory. If you play your cards right, you should be able to basically get everything done within the first day. So let's go ahead and next step. Destroy this. And that should get the kids' attention here. So we're going to have some hide and seek with these kids. Spyro Koski says, yes, I love this game. I love it too. It's an absolute legend of a game. And by the way, as I've mentioned this a couple times, but in case you're curious about it looking a little bit nicer than normal, there's a reason for that. And it's because I'm using a texture pack on this. I highly recommend trying. Okay, we found both the kids. That's good. That's 2 of them down, where you just need to get 3 more. And I fortunately know where the other 3 all are. Ooh. That is unfortunate. Let's get out of this conversation. How do you put the textures? I'm using an emulator called Project 64, and it's the Narrow's texture pack that I'm using. And to acquire it, he has a download for the texture pack online. Of course, you still need to get a ROM for the game, but that's okay. You know what? Ooh. Actually, ooh, where'd he go? I'll just do this. Zoomerwaffen, I wonder if Nintendo will expand more on what the hell Fierce Deity even is. I think they might have in the manga, and believe it or not, this game has a manga. But if I remember correctly, he's supposed to have hunted this dragon or whatever and killed the dragon and essentially used its parts to craft armor or something like that. And I think the mask itself, possibly, so... At least, if I remember correctly, that's the plot of the manga that explains the Fierce Deity. Of course, from a technical perspective, if I remember correctly, they originally intended to have an adult Link mask at some point early on in the game. At least from early stuff I've seen of it, which suggests that they might have just decided to recycle the Fierce Deity was an attempt to recycle it into a sort of end-game cheat, basically. So not going to let me join their little club, unfortunately. Because they had a misfortune because they let someone who wasn't a human in, and since we're a Deku Scrub right now, they decided they're not going to let us in. Two, 4, 1, 5, 3. They actually changed the code, apparently, because this is not the same code that I had last when I tried this out, or last time. So 2, 4, 1, 5, 3, I believe. That is, well, yeah, I guess you could say you're right about that, Spyro Koski, which is interesting that it's in a Zelda game. But yes, you could argue that is most certainly racism. I think part of the plot is, though, that the last kid they let in was the Skull Kid himself, and the Skull Kid, with the mask being the main villain, probably left a pretty bad taste in their mouth. Still, yeah, I think that's a pretty jerkish move for the kids to do. Alright, we'll go ahead and get ourselves some more rupees, although it doesn't really matter that much right now. We don't even have 3 days left. I mean, the more accurate phrase was, oh look, we have this almost completely sorted out, and we still have 3 days left. We're actually going to have so much time we have to spend some of it. Well, that's okay. In fact, I could try grinding a little bit on rupees just to unlock the adult's wallet early in the game. I don't know why it's pausing out like that, but unfortunately it is. Yep, the Skull Kid was the one from that they tried joining, so let's go ahead and gaze into the telescope. That'll allow us to... did the game... Okay, there we go. I don't know why the game is... Oh, I just screwed up. That's 100% my fault. Yeah, I needed to press A rather than B there. That was 100% my fault. Okay, there we go. It seems to really be a problem with just OBS not wanting to stream it right or something, or causing it to have those pauses. I don't know why it's doing that, but it is. Alright. So we've got the Moon's Tear, which is the one item we really need right now to get to basically get everything we need to face him and get our human form back. And like I said, we've pretty much done it so quickly that we're what? We are most of the way through the first day, or at least the daylight of the first day. At 6 o'clock we get to the night of the first night. So, how is everything going for you folks then? Skull Kid made the pizza, says Spyrokotsky. Okay, I guess. I'm not... Okay, so this guy's gonna show up, and we'll actually be able to trade our Moon Tier with him for his title to his little Deku Flower here. There we go. Just give him that, and we should have the deed. And there's a very simple thing you can do with the deed to actually even make your little job a little bit easier. Or there's a little side quest you can do to get another heart piece, basically. And this is the easiest way to get it early. I think my plan is once I get done with the stuff on the first day here, what I'm going to do is... There we go. We actually even got the heart piece before the day ended. That's cool. So, we do have a lot of time to spend, and you might think, well, you might be concerned about the game just making you wait that entire time, and you could do that. You know how to get out of Termina fast? Vaguely. I've done it once or twice before, but it is difficult to do, and also, if I remember, or it's not that difficult to do, but it's not something I've practiced too much, because usually this part of the game just gets done and over with so quickly. But if I remember correctly, it's something like one of these guards here. Let's see. No, not that way. Okay. We don't want to talk to him. But it would be something like that where you do a backflip to get behind one of the guards, and you'll be able to get out that way. If I remember correctly, that's how you do that little skip. Let's see if I can actually get it to work. Because that's yeah, it is a glitch. And Bluebird says, well, a certain letter. Let's just not dwell too much on that right now, shall we? Anyways, but yeah, it is a glitch. It's not something that's meant to happen. We do have plenty of time to waste. Well, yeah, I'll just do this a little bit. I'll just grind a little bit just so I can wait until midnight anyways to get that other heart piece real quick. Hidden Boss has just joined in. Hello, Hidden Boss. We are doing a live stream of Majora's Mask, and there is some lightning outside, unfortunately. I was trying to wait until the weather got a little bit better, but yeah. That's another 10 right there, easily enough. Yeah, this is... The good news about this area is it's an easy way to, if we play our cards right, or it would be an easy way, I just realized that it's, yeah, it doesn't always respawn the stuff in, which is unfortunate. It will, however. Let's see, Hidden Boss says... Hidden Boss says, I'm not sure I could go back to playing the old version versus the 3DS one. I do hate they got rid of fast swimming and tied it to magic. Yes, that was a misstep on their part. Although, if I remember correctly, someone actually made a modded version of the game that reintroduced the fast swimming as just a button press. And Bluebird says, is this outdated trash so good to be playing? Heresy. Heresy. JC says, oh geez. And Spyrokoski says, blue. What? Yeah. Well, alright. So we actually have a fair bit of rupees right now, so we can... We don't have to get the adult wallet right now. There's actually a few other things that'll help speed up the process too. But anyways, what we can do is we can go in up here and get ourselves that good old-fashioned heart piece that I was telling you guys about. So the way it works is you just go up to this little Deku flower here. Bluebird says, I'm a Zoomer, I never played it. Well, you're missing out. This is one of the best Zelda games ever made. It's also one of my personal favorites and one of the best games on the N64. I've heard some people even call it the best game of the 2000s period. They did remake it for the 3DS. The remake is a bit controversial. So, okay, so here's, by the way, what we did. So this little guy here stuck in the toilet needs paper for obvious reasons, I guess. So we gave him the title deed. And we got a heart piece out of it. Nice. Although I probably shouldn't be thinking too much about the sanitation of that particular heart piece. Bluebird says, bruh. Well, fair enough. The 3DS version is better in my opinion, says Pyrokoski. it does have its perks. I will say this. The 3DS version has its perks. They added that fishing minigame. Some of the other stuff. There's some other quality of life improvements here and there, of course. Didn't they also fix how the masks are so you could actually switch between them fast or something? Or is that with the modded version? It might be with the modded version. My memory's just a little bit blurred, but I have played both versions of this game. I will say this, the fact that you don't automatically save when you play the Song of Time is kind of annoying. So we'll just deposit some rupees in the bank here. And once you get 200 rupees, you get the adult wallet. The better logbook was just helpful. You know what, that's actually a good point, Moss. I will agree with that. It was an improved logbook. So I believe this is where we can actually go to talk to the Scarecrow, who will actually allow us to pass time a little bit. Shall we dance? Yes. Bluebird says, is your audience majority US that you play at midnight? Well, I mean, it might be. I'm not sure. I know a decent chunk of the audience is from the US. A fair bit's also, of course, from Europe and other places. Here right now, for example, though, in terms of time, it is 6:47. I did try a live stream. We'll actually hold off on the whole dancing bit there. We'll also skip that conversation, because there's actually another way to pass time even faster. So anyways, is your audience majority US? Not majority, but a fair chunk of them, sure. And yes, Hidden Boss, we are dancing the time away, but we also have another, even more efficient method. Alan Reviews Emas says, hello, hello. Hope you're enjoying the stream. We are... Message restricted. I'm not sure why it is restricted. It should not be. That... I don't know why his message is restricted. That's unfortunate. Anyways, here's another way to fast forward the time. And this will get us to the third day really quickly. Just do the 4 giants, and that'll take us straight to the third day. Yes, you are correct, the head boss. The old grandmother indeed. Actually, we'll just skip that. There we go. Now, basically the story was so long that we ended up falling asleep while she was telling it to us, and ended up sleeping the day. Alright, so we are on the third day now. Now, you'll actually notice that the weather and certain effects actually change on the different days. So, day 1 is normal. Day 2, about 7 a.m., it starts raining. And in the third day, you, of course, have the earthquakes and the earth shaking from the fact that you have the moon coming close to crash down on it. Now, speaking of which, yes, the basic plot is the Skull Kid is trying to crash the moon into the world of Termina here, which is, of course, going to destroy it. One really cool effect, by the way, is, of course, the fact that the moon gets closer as time goes on. Hidden Boss says, was that one a side quest? It's been so long. I'm trying to... Yeah, you might have to remind me what we were talking about exactly. Oh, the grandmother? Yes, actually. You have to pick up the mask, the all-night mask or whatever it's called that keeps you awake no matter what, and then she quizzes you. You get 2 heart pieces because she actually has 2 stories that she'll tell you. Alright, so he's going to actually leave here because... We'll actually go ahead and just let him leave. Yeah, yes, okay, so it was the old lady that you were talking about. Yeah, you get 2 side quests, technically, when you listen to both of her stories and answer the quizzes. Each one nets you a full-on heart piece, so... That's half a full heart, that's pretty good. Trying to think of what we can do to pass the time. I guess what we can do is get more rupees for now until I have enough. Basically, I want to have at least 100 in total before I end this particular run. Because that'll get me halfway. If I have 101, I can just pick up 1 silver rupee. And I know where I can find silver rupees as soon as I turn into regular Link. Never liked games with limited time, says Bluebird. Well, don't worry, there's more to this game than meets the eye. Although time management is definitely a part of it, you can actually manipulate the time, slow it down, things like that. But it is a core part of this particular game. So I'm guessing I'll get it up to, say, 55 or so rupees, and we should have plenty to go straight to the bank. Then we'll just... It's just a simple matter of just waiting till midnight so we can actually fight the Skull Kid, and that should be good. So, what are your guys' picks for best Zelda games? I know a lot of people, of course, will look to games like A Link to the Past, as well as Ocarina of Time and Wind Waker. But, yeah, what are your personal picks? Yeah, you do. Hidden Boss says you use the Song of Time to slow it down so much in the game. Yep. It slows it down to half speed, so basically you have what would be equivocal to 6 days rather than 3 if you do it right. Part of the reason I think they did this is because originally this game was supposed to have a full week or so for you to work with rather than just 3 days, and there are actually some hints in the code as to this being the case, with the moon being further away on the earlier games. Spyrokoski says Majora's Mask is his favorite Zelda. Between Worlds or OOT for Hidden Boss. Spyrokoski says the 3DS version. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, personally, I don't think the... Yeah, I do actually like the 3DS version. I know some people out there can be a little... Do find it to be not quite to their liking. I know Neryl, the guy that made this particular texture pack, is not a fan of it. But it's for a lot of specific things that... There's some... Orange Crowbar Man says, the one I don't have to play. Well, let's see. Bluebird gives that a positive, okay. We'll just deposit the money here. But it is fun to watch. Ah, thank you. So we'll just get this to... Now, one thing that is a little bit annoying in this game is you do actually lose all your items, well, at a specific thing. I'll tell you exactly when. I don't... Okay, actually, you know what? I've held off long enough. Well, actually, no, because we're about to get to that point anyway, so I'll just let you guys discover it for yourselves on this. Because it is now midnight. The carnival is about to start, which also means that we'll actually finally be able to play or finally face the Skull Kid for the first time. Twilight Princess was the worst one I played of the modern ones. Not sure about Wild, says Hidden Boss. Bluebird, I like games that require logical thinking, like Fortnite. Okay. Alright. Let's go ahead and get straight to it. Spyrokoski's getting into this game quite much, it looks like, which is good. Alright, so we have made it here. Swamp Mountain, Ocean Canyon, hurry, the four who are there, bring them here. And he just beat his own buddy up. That's, yeah. Do they ever explain why the moon is going to destroy everything or has a face? Well, I mean, I guess the moon having a face is just a reference to the moon, to the whole man on the moon phrase, anyways. Also, I think the moon is supposed to have its own spirit or entity of that sort in the lore of Majora's Mask. But as for why it's doing this, it's because the Skull Kid's Majora's Mask itself is forcing him to. Well, the land all going to die, says Hidden Boss. Okay. We have 5 minutes. Fortunately, I know what to do. That forces him to drop the ocarina. But yeah, I'm pretty sure as far as the lore is concerned. Why are you playing Pea Shooter from Plants vs. Zombies? Well, because the Skull Kid with the Majora's Mask turned me into a Deku Scrub against my will. We are actually playing as Link, but as you can probably tell, he had his form changed like that. But yeah, Orange Crowbar Man. Yes, as I said, the whole part of the lore is the moon is not actually wanting to crash. It's that the Majora's Mask is forcing it to, and the mask is more powerful than the moon itself, so that's why if you actually look at the moon, it looks like it's grimacing, because it's trying its darndest to not crash into Termina. I believe that's the lore anyways. Nice little reference here, by the way, to Ocarina of Time. And this, by the way, is also the only time we see Zelda in this particular Legend of Zelda game. In a, in this little cutscene here. So we've remembered the Song of Time. And this is actually going to be a large part of the game. Spyrokoski says, it's dangerous to go alone, take this. The ocarina. Yep. Goddess of Time, help us please, we need more time. Well, fortunately, I have just the answer. Although, remember when it was an ocarina? Yeah, the instruments change depending on what form you're in. Bluebird asks, can you play Darude Sandstorm on the ocarina? I don't think I'm that skilled enough for that, unfortunately. Plus, I'm also playing it on an emulator, you have to remember, so I'm actually using an Xbox 360 controller to play this game. Believe it or not. So a flashback to what has happened or the story thus far. And we have transported back in time to the dawn of the first day. Because this game actually deals with time travel. Well, I mean, it's not exactly the only Zelda game that's done that. Ocarina of Time did it, Oracle of Ages did it, so why not? So now we can actually turn back into our, well, I would say human, but this is Link we're talking about, so Hylian form. Although, I think in the lore of Termina they say it's human, so... Crazy Mask Boy says Baruchowski. Yes, the Happy Mask Salesman is a little bit of an oddball. So this is actually, like I said, it's going to turn Link back into normal. Yep, we've made him a bit unhappy there. Yorno's theme starts playing, says Bluebird. And, Crazy Mask Boy, Spyrokoski. Yep. Alright, so the mask that was stolen, it's Majora's Mask, of course. By an ancient tribe in its hexing rituals. Okay. It is said that an evil and wicked power is bestowed upon the one who wears that mask. According to legend, the troubles caused by Majora's Mask were so great the Ancient Ones, fearing such catastrophe, sealed the mask in shadow forever, preventing its misuse. But now, that tribe from legend has vanished, so no one really knows the true nature of the mask's power. Well, we know it's going to crash the moon into Termina, so that's a bit of a problem. Yeah, you can tell that guy's on a razor's edge from snapping. Alright, so now that we have our human form... Oopsie daisy. Now that we have our human form back, let's just jump off of there by accident. There we go. Praise and sadness, says Spyrokoski. Yep. Bluebird asks, why is he so creepy? Well, part of it's the lighting, part of it's the fact that the game itself takes a darker tone anyways, so the game is deliberately made to be a little bit on the creepy side anyways. In fact, if we're going to go through it, keep in mind, guys, this game is rated E for everyone, for ages 7 and up. This is what happens when you transform with one of your masks. And you have multiple forms of masks, and they all do that to Link. Well, all the big transformation ones anyways. Now, when you remove it, it's like that, it's perfectly fine, but yeah. Alright, so now that we've gotten the ferry, we can actually go up north. And, oh, also while we are at it, we'll just take care of this. That is how you get yourself... the owl statues here are good for teleportation, which it helps you move across the map faster. Oh, while we're on that subject. No. Spyrokoski really has nailed that, really has nailed how, yeah, this is... I have to agree with that quotation, Spyrokoski. I do have to agree with it. Just jump up here, and if I can get it right, I'm making a fool of myself right now. There we go. Because this will give us another heart piece. One more and we have another full heart, which is nice. Now, this first day here as Link, I'm not actually going to go to the swamp. What I am going to do is just spend the day getting a whole bunch of new stuff to hopefully... Well, I might actually go to the swamp towards the end of it. But what I'm really going to focus on is, of course, getting all the sorts of items that I would want to acquire. Now, there are a few problems, by the way, with the whole using the time travel mechanic. When you play the Song of Time, you actually lose any bombs or any arrows that you have acquired, as well as rupees, which is, of course, why you save the rupees in the... yeah, you have to save the rupees in the bank. But anyways, Bluebird says, what I like about this is that you have to remember the songs. Yes. There is one song in particular that is a bit of an annoyance, but that is one of the ones at the very end. The Effigy of Emptiness, I believe, and that's just because of just how often you have to play it. That's a little bit much, but anyways. So we have acquired a brand new mask. It is the Great Fairy Mask, which actually allows you to attract nearby fairies, which is useful in the dungeons. But otherwise, it's not going to be of that much use to us. A lot of these masks are really one-use gimmicks of sorts, admittedly. But then there are some that are also I would really, really recommend that you acquire at all costs. I messed that up pretty good. Okay, but what we can do is I can get back into my Deku form here, go through this little hide-and-seek game with the Bomber Gang again, and that should hopefully allow us to acquire the notebook, which will allow us to keep tabs on all the various side quests, and there are a lot of side quests in this game. And he'll actually make us a member this time, because Yep, you're right, Bluebird, about the mask, but in fact, there's even some jokes with regards to the mask in that particular mask and others in the game in general. But I'll show you that once we get... We got him. And since we have played the reverse Song of Time, we actually have, like I've said, twice the amount of time as before to just go through this. Another one bites the dust. Fortunately, we can actually skip the cutscene, of course, when after it plays the first time, but you do have to watch it the first time. I love how it was able to recognize me both in Deku and Hylian form, and did not at any point question this shape-shifting being that was presented right before him. But I digress. Okay, so the final kid is right here. There we go. I could actually go through the whole getting the Moon's Tear again, which would actually allow me to... It would at least allow me to go ahead and... There we go. But yeah, like I said, it would at least allow me to... What was I talking? Sorry. It would allow me to get another heart piece from the swamp itself if I did decide to go there, and I think I can. Bluebird says, brings me back to a time when I was little and the games were pretty hard, so you had to use pen and paper to remember and solve stuff. Yes. I mean, this game definitely has a little bit, but it's not anywhere near as the way games like, say, the old school Sierra point and clicks used to be. This isn't as complex as the old Space Quest games, for example, or King's Quest, which were notorious for that. Anyways, Bluebird says that was pretty fun sometimes. It was. Yes, it absolutely was. And Sparokowski says, Tururu, I think that's how you pronounce that, but okay. Alright, so let's go ahead and actually start acquiring some silver rupees. The first one, by the way, is right around this corner. Just go through here. Got that. Siberium stuff, says Bluebird. Yep, I could see that. Alright, and here we go. And what's good is I can even use that rupee to buy other stuff once I go to the bank. He was making the music tune, I think says JC. Ah, okay. That makes sense. And we reached 200 rupees, which means we get an adult's wallet. My wallet is augmented. And what's more, I can actually then take the money right back out and actually use it. Whoops. I'm not trying to deposit, I'm trying to withdraw. We'll just take 100 rupees or so, and that should cover me buying a few basic items. Alright. First of all, we will need to acquire a bomb bag. Bluebird says, that feeling when you have to deal with finances even in digital world. Yep. And time management as well in this game. Just keeping that in mind. But at least now we have some bombs, which means that we can actually acquire another silver rupee, which is easy to get. Let's see. And it's the same place where I go to get the Moon's Tear again anyways. Oh yeah, I remember what I was going to use the rest of the money for. We're going to also meet one of the most famous characters of this particular game. One that, because that was introduced here and became a recurring character. Tingle. What's this? Green clothes, white fairy, sir? Could you, by chance, be a forest fairy? My name is Tingle. I think I am the same as you, sir, a forest fairy. Alas, though I am the age of 35, no fairy has come to me yet. And his father tells him to grow up. But there is a reason why we talk to him. He sells maps. So we'll get a town map, and we can also get, I think, a map of Stone Tower or whatever, or we'll find out. No, come back. I need to buy another map from you. All right. Oh, it's Woodfall. Okay. There we go. Now we can actually get to acquiring that Moon's Tear and the other silver rupee that I was telling you about, which gives us another 100, of course. And I do have to remember the thing here, but fortunately, with the notebook, we know exactly how to acquire. 24153. Is this iDubbbz? No. So I think we've been playing this game for about an hour so far, which is kind of good. I'm going to try to at least get through the first dungeon. I'm not sure if I'll be able to do that in this cycle or in the next 3-day cycle. We'll find out. Ow. Wait, what am I saying? Of course we're not going to, because this cycle is dedicated... Well, actually we've got so much time. I could do that. But yeah, here's the other rupee, and that's why you needed the bomb, just for that. Just have to avoid the Skulltula, and we should be good. Alright, next up we can go ahead and try getting... Oh, we have to wait. It's almost open. That's good at least. Let's see, what do I want to do for the next few moments here? Well, we can just wait until it reaches 10 o'clock, at which point he'll just walk straight in. Actually, we can go ahead. No. Turn the time back into normal. Also, is this the one with sewers filled with drowned bodies? No, that would be Ocarina of Time, where he had to deal with the haunted well, which had everyone's drinking water. Because of course it did. Alright, let's see if I can actually talk to these folks. Hey Ace, are you thinking of any new playthrough? Well, I do need to, of course, finish off the... Got ourselves another mask. Cafe's mask. I do need to, of course, finish off my Command & Conquer and Warcraft 2 Let's Plays, and I will try getting those done. Just been rather busy recently, you know? A lot of crazy stuff going on. So anyways, let's see. We've gotten that taken care of. What's next? I could actually finish part of the whole cafe side plot if I want to, as doing that will grant me some more, will not only get me some more masks and a few additional heart pieces or things, or I could even, I think, get a, if I remember correctly, I could even get a bottle out of it. Charlie Erickson says, hey, I'm new here. Where in Majora's Mask are you? I just turned back into the Hylian form, so pretty much at the beginning. I decided to start this particular live stream right from the beginning, so yeah, we've been playing for about an hour, 10 minutes, that long, pretty much. So I know there's a guy, basically that's going to show up. Okay, so the postman should have hopefully showed up, which means I can actually... Or no, he shows up later, doesn't he? But yeah, basically my strategy is going to be, I probably can go ahead and do some of the cafe side quests. I'm obviously not going to be able to finish it at this point. But what I can do is do enough of it that I can simply, yeah. Because it has multiple paths anyways in some stuff. So it makes sense to wait. No, I wouldn't be able to complete that much of it either because I'm going to be getting that other mask too. Well, I know something else I can do to pass the time. Well, do I want to though? Actually, let's make sure where the postman is right now because I need to find out and make sure that he is... Here he is. We'll talk to him real quick just to have him added to the notebook. Alright, so hopefully he'll be on there. There's a few events with him, but we do have a little bit time before that happens, so I can actually go ahead and try getting another heart piece. Just for the sake of it. So it looks like it's around maybe 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock that I'll have to be there just to get the silver rupee as well as do some of that stuff, but yeah, I'm not going to do the whole... Cafe says, oh god. I don't know why, but okay. And I screwed up. I royally screwed up. You have to actually get all of these with jump cuts. Is this made by Japanese? Yes, this is a Nintendo game. Your training is insufficient. You must jump more. Well, I can jump more. And he puts his stuff away. Great. There we go. Jump. There we go. Yes, Bluebird, it does explain a lot. One more, and there we go. That is another heart piece. And with that, we have another full heart. JC says what? Basically you have to, yeah, well, I just showed you, just have to jump and do that just to get enough points. Okay, so it sounds like he is actually heading straight to the hotel, which is where I need to be. Japanese love those, okay. Well, this is a good game, so. So, you guys enjoying the stream so far overall? If I remember correctly, I think the way it works is CVWP says, love this game, me too. Alright, so she is just shown back up there, which is perfect. He's going to show up soon. I'll wait until after they have the little conversation where he hands the letter off to her, and that should be good. Bluebird says, yay. Alright, nice. Alright, now I can actually talk to her. Yes, we have a reservation. Somehow. And Shu has now, well, we can. Did you ever 100% the game? Yes. Multiple times, including both the 3DS and the original N64 version. Bluebird says most people on the streams don't come for the game. Well, I mean, I've heard that to be the case, of course. So I hope I'm entertaining enough for you guys. So there's a little Easter egg in this particular room. You'll actually at one point get you'll actually get a mask that allows you to find mushrooms to make blue potions out of. The Easter egg in this room is that there are mushrooms growing on this pair of underpants. I kid you not. If you get the item, you'll actually be able to find them here. Cool Guy says, hi. Hello, Cool Guy. Alright, so now what do we need to do? Well, it's almost midpoint of the day, so, You know, I can go ahead and just start the cafe quest just to have more of the things show up on there, although it's not going to be that much helpful to me right now. What do I need? Well, first of all, I still need to... There we go. Hey, Typhoon, says Typhoon. And Cool Guy says, this is Cone Man, this is an alt account. Okay. Hey, Cone Man. Alright, so now that we actually have a sword and whatnot, these guys will actually let us past, which is nice. And we finally made it into Termina Field proper itself. There is, of course, another heart piece, like I said, I was going to get to real quick in the southern area. But until then, okay, so Bluebird says that's not so strange. I've got shrooms growing in my fridge. Cool guy, be right back. Okay, well, see you when you get back. There we go. There's a bird that you also have to be very wary of in this area. But I'm going to go here just to get through the cutscene here. Favorite area in the game, says CVWP. If we're talking dungeons, Stone Tower is, of course, really high up there. I mean, I like Clock Town itself because of just how well they develop all the characters and whatnot if we're going to go that route, but... Oh, Bluebird drops a Warhammer 40k reference. Not so long before they start building war bands and going on wogs in the cupboards. So this is the Skull Kid before he ends up donning the Majora's Mask. And this is how they meet. So this is how he steals the mask also. Alright, so cutscene is over. Hopefully I'll be able to get to that heart piece real quick. So is this mask like evil? Yes, absolutely. Undeniably evil. Okay, so apparently I'm going to need something other than just... welcome back, Cone Man. Ow. Come back here, you. Well, I need to take out this one anyways, so... Hopefully they don't spawn another one. Ow! Oh well. Like the One Ring from Lord of the Rings. Yep. Oh! Wolves. Or wolf... whatever they call them again. Let's see. Wolfos. Okay. Like doggos, only more mean. Discount Doggo has met his match. Have you heard Lost Woods on accordion? Not really. Okay, so this guy's going away, so I can actually sneak up here and... No, I can't, because he is after me. Come here, you. There we go. A woo, says Bluebird. Yep. Another one, too. But we don't have time for that, so let's go ahead and just run right past them as we head straight back into town. Since we now have the item, we can now also go ahead and get some more masks. There's at least 2 of them I'm going to try. No, make that 3 of them I'm going to try getting right now. Oh yeah, we also have to meet Anju in the hotel again. I almost forgot about that. Although this is not really that necessary, but... because I'm going to end up going through this, have to go through that cafe side quest multiple times anyways. And I mean multiple times again anyways. But this guy is going to give us another mask. Okay. Okay. He stole the dog's mask. Anju, yes, Anju is the girl that I spoke to earlier in the hotel. The redhead one that gave us the key. Codeman says, I will go back in time and make Furry a non-existent, or Furry's non-existent. Thank you. Save us, Codeman. Speaking of which, we got a new mask. Apparently one that was worn by a canine earlier, but it fits us perfectly as well. It doesn't do much, but there is one side quest that you do have with it, and it does unlock one of the best masks in the entire game. One that also causes dogs to follow you. Anyways, let's go ahead and I guess we'll meet Angie real quick. We already have the key to the hotel, so we don't even have to jump up to the second floor. Do the chicken dance. Yes, pretty much. That is, especially because that's how you get the final, that's how you get that mask that I was telling you about. Let's see. Once we're done talking to, do a barrel roll says, sure, there you go. Well, as close to a barrel roll as you can get in this game. Or... anyways, how many heart pieces are we up to now? We should have 1. And one of the masks I'm going to get right away is going to give us another pretty much instantly. So we are almost at the point where Anju is going to show up. She should show up around 11 o'clock or so. From this room up here, like I said, everyone's got a very specific pattern in this game, and it does change a little bit depending on your actions. So you complete a certain part of a side quest, they'll notice it. If you don't, they'll react differently, that sort of thing. I could have sworn I actually did talk to Aunt Ju and with the cafe mask. Yes, it's 11:30 when the meeting starts. What was it like meeting Arch, says Coneman. quite interesting, I'd have to say. I haven't met him in person. I've, however, spoken to him over on Discord and whatnot, though, and it is interesting. Ended up meeting him through Sargon of Akkad, of all people. Well, Sargon and Count Dankula, but anyways. Alright, let's talk to her. She'll give us a letter to send to him, to Cafe, I mean. And... yeah, you can ask this of me. So we'll just drop the letter in, and that should be good. Alright. Arch is pretty cancerous. I wouldn't say so. He's... at times... I mean, his humor might not be necessarily for everyone, but... that's neither here nor there, I guess. Did enjoy, of course, watching his whole videos on the Siege of Vrax. Now, one of the consequences, by the way, of us getting that hotel room is this guy napping on the streets now. And speaking of which, we need to actually get ourselves... oh, wait. I just realized something else we need to do. There's another mask we need to acquire really quick, and we have to head straight up here just to get to it. I want to be here before anything happens. Okay, have we shown up here early enough? If this guy is over here, we should have, and... it could be we're too late. I think we're too late. That's unfortunate. Yep, we're too late. Okay. Well, at least I'll be able to actually go through more of that cafe side quest then. I guess it's a good thing I spoke to Anju. Okay, so yeah, what happens there in that particular area is if you show up, there's actually a guy that robs an old lady, and you can actually help save the old lady and get her items back, and she gives you another mask for it. A pretty good mask too. Should be a guy over here somewhere as well. There he is. And this guy's going to give us another mask. Do you play Warhammer? If so, what army? I've actually mainly played the video games, I'll have to admit. Big problem is, I never really could... the big issue is, I never really was allowed to have anyone over back when I was a kid or whatnot. Bluebird says, I don't know if he is aware of that. I'm not sure. If you're talking about Warhammer, I have at least seen read a fair bit of the lore, at least, or enough of it, but yeah, his lore is pretty good. Alright, so we got ourselves another mask. Like I said, though, the big thing was never really allowed to have anyone over, so obviously not really going to be much of a thing back then. It did end up getting into computer tabletop, of course, though. Like, got started on games like the campaign series, the close combat games, not Warhammer specifically, but did get onto those. Legend has it he danced there for all eternity, says Blade Charge. Okay. Actually, what am I doing? I need to head down south to get to where I need to be. So it's over this way. Sorry, just trying to read some of the chat and all that. Okay, so let's go ahead and acquire another heart piece. With the Chimero's mask, which does the dance. There we go. And it'll show these girls how to do their dance, which means that they will start dancing like this, and they'll give us the heart piece and thank us and all that, because they weren't sure how to do a dance, even though they're professional dancers. Okay. So even the guard is just paying attention to us because of apparently how well it is. There we go. Not allowed to have anyone over, that sounds harsh. Well, part of it was part of it was, there's actually a reason for that. Couple reasons for that, but yeah, that's... Cone Man says you should stream the game Mechanicus. I actually do happen to have Mechanicus. I'm not sure I'm that good at it, but I actually do have it. And I have played a little bit of it. But yeah, there were several reasons, and you have to understand, basically, family history and all that. So, here's the thing. My dad was actually, his career was, he actually was a prison guard and all that. Which meant that you had one of the things that prison guards have to be worried about is the fact that the inmates, when they get out, a lot of times have a bad habit of going after family members and all that, especially. Feeling when you didn't have anyone to have over. Love to see Mechanicus. Yeah, I'm okay. I guess I'm getting a lot of feedback for that. So I might end up doing a Mechanicus video, if that's the case. But yeah, as I was saying, so what happened, like I said, so you had... So that's really what one of the big issues was not allowed to have... Well, always be cautious and all that, because we did have people try showing up to the house that were ex-inmates and whatnot and tried causing trouble, so... This was back in the day, but like I said, you can probably see why therefore parents were a little bit on the wary side. Do a stream of Mechanicus? Sure. I might actually consider doing that next week. How's that? Oh yeah, this area. I forgot the Moon's tier. Silly me. I should have gotten the Moon's tier. That's okay. That's perfectly fine. I'll just slow down time a little bit, do a little bit more of this quest here. I'm actually going to have to head back into town at some point. Anyways, let's go ahead and get this owl here activated. Not like you have to, but be a lot cooler if you did to do. Like I said, I'm not that good at it, so... And I don't want to disappoint the fans. JC says, oh, I see now, must have been hard. Well... I got used to it, I guess. Hence why I really got into video games instead of other stuff. Alright, so she's actually now out looking for her sister. We'll actually be able to... Now this is actually a neat little... This is a neat little thing here, Because if you showed up on the first day, she'd just stay there. But since we've shown up on the second day, she's going to go flying off. Which of all the Zelda games did you play, says Karisk. Well, let's see. The original one, a little bit of Zelda 2. I did play A Link to the Past later on, as well as Link's Awakening, the DX version specifically. Oracle of Seasons and Oracle of Ages, a little bit both. Ocarina of Time, of course. Wind Waker, this game, of course. Okay, so I think he went this way. He went this way here. And I think that's about as late as it got for me. So we've run into her. We can actually... Unfortunately, I do not have any potions right now. The flesh is weak, says Bluebird. Yep. A lot of you guys definitely do want to see me do a live stream of Mechanicus. Tell you what, I will do some grinding in that, make sure I'm not completely terrible at it. And maybe next week I'll go ahead and give it a shot. How's that sound? Okay, here's her sister, which I love how this is another case of things that this game did. Okay, so here we go. Got ourselves our first bottle. Yay, says Bluebird. Yay, indeed. I know you're talking about Mechanicus, but yay, indeed. Okay, so I think it was this way maybe next. Nope, I messed it up. Okay, well, that's fine. I'll just go right back in, and we'll just hand the potion off, and that'll be that. Also, doesn't matter if you're good or not, we will watch. I think he went this way. Well, it matters to me. That's really what it boils down. I want to make sure my content's up to snuff, you know? Alright, let's go ahead and hand this off to her. I love how he still has his hand just stuck out the entire time. So it turns out she's also a tour guide. I don't know what that... JC says, I don't know what that game is, but I'll watch it. Mechanicus is a turn-based strategy based around the Warhammer 40k universe where you are playing as the Adeptus Mechanicus and are basically going around raiding a Necron tomb world. Looting it of stuff, that sort of thing. Got ourselves a little heart. That's nice. And... Alright, so I think that is the bit where we get the letter back. So it is going to be afternoon that we actually have to be back in town. So that is perfect. That gives us plenty of time to just get more through this area. Maybe I could even finish far enough along to actually get either the teleportation spell, or song, sorry, or even maybe make it to Woodfall Temple itself. Both would be really nice. Alright. So we've been playing about 2 hours. I'm going to try getting through the rest of this particular cycle. We've got our camera. And I can actually take pictures, and I know exactly a picture to take that can, if I play my cards... Ooh, okay. Alright, so we can actually pick a few things up. Let's go ahead and get the pictograph, because what I want to do is take a picture of the Deku King. That'll allow us to basically get another heart piece, if I remember correctly. Although there's more heart pieces in the palace itself anyways, so... I really do love what Neryl's done with the whole texturing job he's put in. I mean, you can really tell the quality of work here. This game looks absolutely gorgeous this way, considering it came out in 2000 for the N64. We are disembarking, and let's go ahead and head back inside with our little disguise. Alright, so let's go ahead, meet the king. Where I could actually... There's actually a little bit of a stealth minigame in this area also. Not that bad, but it's a stealth minigame, so what do you expect? Hello, king. Here is your photo op. There we go. Basically, the king's princess is missing, so he's upset and he blames the monkey for it. Whoa! Oh no! Okay, yep, I got caught. I know there's another heart piece around here somewhere, so let's go ahead and just find it real quick. I mean, this area isn't that difficult, it's just... Let's try not to get caught, try not to get caught. I'm pretty much full on rupees, so I don't really... not entirely full, but full enough, so I don't really need to bother with that. There we go. Oh yeah, this is the area where we get ourselves that brand spanking new item. The magic beans. Which we'll need at least a few. I'll give him, say, 5. I'll get 5 beans. That should be enough to deal with any problems. Four, we'll just get 1 more, and that should do it. Yeah, you're supposed to. There we go. Did I mention this is also, I think, the game with the most bottles in it as well of the Zelda franchise? I think it is. There might be another game with more. At least of the old ones. That reminds me, there is one more Zelda game I didn't mention that I actually played. Although it's a spin-off, Hyrule Warriors. Both the Switch version and the original 3DS version. If I remember that right. I think I am. So let's actually get caught just to speed, or not. Okay, yeah, we got caught. Tree people are cute. Yep. Get this taken care of. There we go. Alright, so we'll just go ahead, get, because I could have sworn there was another heart piece or something over in this area. Yeah, there. Ooh. Alright, where are they? There's one dude there, another dude there. There it is. Oh dear. Yoink! Yep, you caught me. That's okay, though. I'm still made off with a heart piece. Oh, I need water. That's a problem. I'll just go ahead and get more water. So yeah, I'll go ahead and get another bottle of water to work with, and then that's 100% my fault. I should not have left that hole there without getting more water. There we go. Sorry if you can hear a train in the background, by the way. There, now we can finally get ourselves a nice... We'll just get the water, then we'll head back out. Turn back into regular Link, and now we can head out. Yep, you caught me. Just like I planned. Drop some water on it, and that'll allow it to grow. Oh, it did it automatically. Wait, is it because it was raining? It might have been because it was raining. I just realized that. I feel like an idiot for not realizing that. Oh well. Oh yeah, this part. Since I don't have any Deku Nuts... Because when you have the Deku Nuts as the Deku Link, you can actually, when flying, drop them like bombs and whatnot. That's kind of cool. These guys, of course, can't really hit you while you're moving, so... Unfortunately for him, I am not bound by such limitations of not being able to aim. Neither of those are Deku Nuts, which is unfortunate, but hey, that works. Oh, you game. Urgh. It's faster to just be caught. Alright, we'll just go through that again one more time, and if I don't get it, I'll head straight back, because I need to be back in town fast enough to actually catch Cafe. Anyways, anything else going on with you guys? Hope the stream's still going good for you. There we go. And the enemies respond, but that's okay. I can still work with this. You are not an idiot, says Cone Man. Alright, thank you. Goodnight, pal, says... Ooh, they actually hit me on one. But goodnight, pal, says Bluebird. Goodnight, Bluebird. Hope you have a good one. But yeah, I remember you could actually... now that I think about it, you could actually, of course, play the Song of Storms and cause the little plants to grow and all that. Glad you enjoyed my company, and I will see you hopefully on the next live stream where I actually get into Mechanicus, if I'm able to get playing confidently enough, which I should be, I guess. Kurisk says goodnight, Bluebird. And I have... Yep, you're fun to have. You're fun to have on the stream. I will say that he was. So they actually hit me twice on this, which is... Admittedly, that's because they got me as I was stationary, but still... Yes, just barely, but I did make it. So soon we'll be able to head straight back over here. Then we'll actually be able to get a new song, which will hopefully allow us to make it to that area where the temple even is. Which means I could even probably get to the temple in this thing, as well as, of course, get that. You know what? We'll just hold off on that for now. I need to actually head back anyway, so... Yep, we are boarding. Coneman says it's nice to have something to listen to while I paint. Glad to hear it. Now, even though the clock is not actually shown, I think that time does move in this area as well while we are waiting, so that could be a bit of an issue. Well, hopefully I'll at least get this one thing, that photograph accepted of the king there, which means I'll be able to have that taken care of. I was really hoping I could get back on time, but Gary says, I mostly play video games while listening. Okay. I mean, to be fair, I've done that myself multiple times with other people, like some of Sargon streams, for example. I'll do that. See if he accepts this. Code Man says same. Wow, we actually got a whole new heart out of that. I lost count, but I didn't. But apparently we get. Yeah, cool. Okay, so we'll just head back into town, get that cafe side quest done a little bit. Then we'll head back into the southern swamps. Finally get that little bit done with the king and all that. Get the song, hopefully get through Woodfall, get to Woodfall Temple, maybe even go through some of it. I mean, Woodfall isn't that big of a temple. That's the good news. The bad news is that there is still enough there to make me wonder if I should go straight to it. By the way, for those of you who are wanting secrets, if I remember correctly, Chris says, I have somewhat live dead time of 5 minutes in most games I play, so I can do some chatting when I die. Ah, okay. What game are you playing by chance? Alright. Okay, so here is a little secret here for you guys. So you can actually see these two cows here. Now there's a song called Epona's Song where you get in the game to actually unlock Epona or the ability to ride her. It also causes, of course, if you're familiar with Ocarina of Time, the cows to produce milk, and you get a bottle of milk out of it. That also happens here in Majora's Mask. So, yeah, that little secret there is a good, easy way to get some easy milk if you want. Alright, let's see. How far into the notebook are we? We are close, which means we are about to meet Cafe. Karisk says World of Warships started playing a bit ago. Get sniped relatively fast. Yeah, I can see that. So, all right. So, what do you play on there? What sort of ships do you go for? I kind of lean towards the Japanese destroyers myself, but. Speed time right back up. JC says, hey, I used to play World of Warships. I got to tier 8 and then stopped playing. Cone Man says, I'm painting my Death Guard right now. Okay. I think it's around 2:30 that the postman starts showing up. Double check. Because I'm pretty sure I sent off that. I did send it off, right? Yeah, I sent it off. American cruisers or battleships, says Karisk. You know, I gotta admit, the American cruisers are actually... I've heard good things about them. Actually, wait for this guy to hit the bell, which will cause Cafe to come out. And now we can actually go straight into his little building here. JC says play Japanese most of the time. Yeah, like I said, I like the Japanese destroyers in the game, mainly because of the whole fact that you can just... At least it used to be back when I played it, was you could pick off enemy stuff before they could even see you. That with the torpedoes, which is a little bit on the cruel side, but that was the whole shtick of the whole Japanese destroyers in the game. But Wargaming was so greedy with Puerto Rico fiasco. I left. Yeah, Wargaming can be a little bit, yeah. $50 for... I know how it is in World of Tanks, where it's $50 for a tank sometimes, so I know exactly what you're coming from there. Actually, the $50 is the normal price for the higher tier tanks. The really rare and expensive stuff is stuff like that BTS-V, when it comes out on sale even. So this is Cafe. He's been turned into a child by the Skull Kid with the Majora's Mask. And his wedding mask got stolen. So let's just hand this over to Anju, which I think is the last thing we really need to do at this point in time in that cafe side quest. And then after this, we can go ahead and head straight back to the Southern Swamp, try to talk to the monkey the monkey that the king has captured. Hopefully that'll allow us to get to Woodfall itself quickly enough. So we'll just head down this way. Pretty sure there's an... Oh yes, we still have to go to Anju. I forgot about that. We need to take care of that. And that should be about it for the time being. So she's gonna want to see this, so tell she's a little bit. There we go. JC says, I now play War Thunder Gaijin Company. It's also gritty, but I'm more of a plain guy, so I enjoy it. Well, and I can actually relate to... I mean, yeah, both of them... Oops. Accidentally nudged my microphone here. But yeah, both of them are a bit on the greedy side, definitely. Codeman says it would be funny if he was turned into a kid when he was getting married. Yeah, that's... Well, he is getting married. Well... You mean during the actual wedding? Yeah, that would actually be kind of funny. In fact, I believe the game actually makes a joke on that when you do finally finish the cafe side quest a little bit. He doesn't transform into a kid, but Tattle makes a joke or something at their expense, certainly. Unfortunately, he's also getting married on the exact same day that the moon is going to crash into Termina. And I'm sure you guys can see the basic problem there. So can we actually... We should hopefully be able to just do this to get over there. No! And we got left all the way back here. Alright, we at least managed to make it back into this area, and on that subject, JC says be right back. Well, see when you get back, JC. Night of the second day, 36 hours remain. So we might just actually have enough time to... Oh dear. I don't know how I made it, but I made it. Anyways, yeah, we should have enough time to get to Woodfall, maybe even finish it, this particular cycle, which is cool. I wasn't expecting to have this much spare time on my hands. I really wasn't. Oh, we just hit his nut. That's... He's down. I still can't believe I missed it right at the very last thing, too, in just the worst way. You know, I wonder if I can just make it there. I can. Okay. Let's see. Cone Man, he's going to die on his happiest day ever. Yep, that's part of what makes the game dark. Yeah, because basically what happens is he and Anju decide that if you complete the cafe side quest, they decide they're just going to stay with each other to quote, greet the morning together. Basically, they're just going to wait it out with each other. Alright. I'm not going through this entire thing again, so what I'm going to instead do is just wait for it to... There we go. Pretty sure I can make that. Good. But yeah, this game does get pretty dark at times, so... Of course, getting a game over, you see the entire world and Link gets engulfed in flames, stuff like that. Okay. Simple enough. We'll go ahead and play the song and gain access to that temple. There we are. So, what he means by getting punished by the king, well, I'll just show you. But yeah, he says he's going to get punished by the king, so let's show you what he means. Uh-huh. Wow, they actually dumped him in there. Oof. I didn't realize they actually dumped him in there. That is... Yeah. Alright, so let's go ahead and head over this way, I believe it is. Coneman says funny monkey. Yep. Okay, I need a Deku plant, Deku flower of some sort around here. Ow. Let's find out. Ooh, there is maybe one around here, or... I think I got a little bit lost. And those guys are both deleted, so now go back to our business of trying to figure out where we're supposed to go. Oh! I think I get it now. It's been a little while since I played this part, but I think what I'm supposed to do is actually go somehow back through there. And there should be a little way for me to get... What's this? Ooh, well, whatever it is, there's some loot here to be had. Including a Deku Stick, which is the first one I've acquired. Somehow. The good thing about a lot of these chests, by the way, is because the game deals with time travel, they respawn with their rupees. So remember that those two that I used at the very start of this particular cycle that had the... Just make sure to get this. Just need to get over here. Alright. Alright, now how exactly do we get over there? Because I could have sworn there was some sort of... ooh, Asmogon says YOLO. Ooh, Zelda. Majora's Mask was a good choice. I agree. My all-time favorite as far as Zelda games were concerned. And by the way, welcome aboard, Asmogon. Right now I'm trying to figure out where on earth to go because I kind of forgot what to do in this one particular part. So basically you came out... I can tell you this much, these guys are annoying though, so let's take out this. There we go. I'm pretty sure it's not that... Who knows? Maybe there is actually a little room inside here that lets me get to the top or something. Yep, that's what I thought. It's just the gold scatola. So yeah, you go through this house to unlock another mask, but... Anyways, how goes it, Asmogon? Let's see. Maybe there's some sort of thing I'm missing back here or something. Nope. I'm pretty sure what's... Hey, welcome back, JC. I'm pretty sure there's supposed to be something that allows me to get through there, but unfortunately I'm not able to do that, so I'm actually going to have to, I guess, go right around the long way. Good news, I still have plenty of time to, of course, accomplish that, but I know it's going to take a little bit more time, so I kind of didn't want to have to do it the hard way. Cone Man says, I keep hearing the Discord leaving effect. Help. That's interesting because I don't even have Discord running right now. Maybe it's what you're hearing is the sound of some birds or something in the background in this game. Let's see. Asmogon says, today was supposed to be my day off, but just did chores all day, rearranged my office, and uploaded a clip from my latest stream. Okay. Yep, I'm pretty sure I have to go the long route, which is this way. Oh no! Oh well. There we go. Alright, let's see. We've almost made it. At least that'll make it easier to get back to here. Alright, so now that we've gotten back, all we have to do is just try to get ourselves all the way over there. Hopefully that'll lead us straight to... No, that just brings us straight... What on earth is going on? I must have missed something. I definitely have missed something. Yeah, so apparently... I'll just take this. Hopefully it'll let me go on the boat tour straight away. No? Okay, so I'll just have to take the long way. Save me a little bit of headache. Yeah, I kind of messed this one. So we'll just... Okay, boat reservations. We'll just talk to her again. ₹10 because we're a kid, which is nice. Still trying to figure out how on earth I'm supposed to get to that one bit of... to just reach the top of this waterfall here. Well, not this one, but the one further on. Okay. Oh, I forgot. I'm an idiot. I am an absolute idiot. I forgot all about that. I feel so stoked. You're not gonna believe this. This is where I needed to go all along. I feel... Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. That is my fault. That is absolutely my fault. And it even brought me to exactly where I was wanting to get to anyways. So I'll get to show you a new little thing with regards to the Deku flowers. Except I won't, because, or actually I did, but... Come on, you know you want to. Osmogon says, "Don't worry, we all have brain fart moments." Yeah, I know. It's still. You'd have thought I would have remembered about that little shortcut that the guy was talking about. And the fact that it starts there. At least we still can potentially, maybe even finish this dungeon and get all the fairies. Okay, so the owl's shown up. Good news is the owl is nowhere near as annoying in this game as he is in Ocarina of Time, by the way. The thing that he introduces is this new song, which doesn't have any notes carved on. That's okay. This is your teleportation song. You know how in Ocarina of Time you had a whole bunch of teleportation songs depending on where you wanted to go? This game simplifies it down to just one, and you have a whole bunch of owl statues that you can unlock and then travel to. So we've been playing, it looks like, for about 2 hours, or an hour and a half at least. Or wait, no, maybe 2.5 hours actually, now that I think about it. Yeah, I'll finish this one cycle, hopefully, and which means finishing off. Thanks for knocking me off. Game! That didn't work as planned. Oh no! Cannot let him get a good beat on us, because otherwise that is going to put us a world of hurt unless we just do this. That does not help me. Well, so far so good. We are running a little low on magic, but I can make it work. Well, that was terrible timing on my part, but that's okay. Just do that. Make it a little bit easier on me. Nope, not gonna do that. Okay. That's fine. I can just do this. And this also, here's the other owl statue, so I can... Fairy, a stick, and some nuts. Good. Good, I was able to get it without even having to look it up. So that's going to activate the temple. We'll actually finally be able to enter it. You know what? I'm just going to go ahead, go through the temple, and we can, yeah, and hopefully that'll leave me some time left to do whatever's left of the final day of the Anju side quest that I can do, because I'm not going to be able to, like I said, finish it, but I can do enough of it to... There we go. Time to put on our Great Fairy Mask, which attracts all the fairies. It also lets you know if there's any more in the area, because you see the little sparkles on the hair? That's your little sign that there's more fairies in the room. Okay, so nothing really... I know there's another fairy around here somewhere. So anyways, anything else going on with you guys in the chat? I don't know why I'm getting hit so easily from these guys. I shouldn't be. Codeman says, well, I'm going to head out. All right, well, have a good one, Codeman. Like I said, I'm going to try finishing up that the cycle here, which means, of course, finishing this temple and a little bit more of the cafe quest. There are a few cool features, by the way, this temple allows me to bring up when it comes to Majora's Mask. The fact that they deal with time travel means you could go through them again without having to start a new game, which is, in my opinion, it's nice. So I think this might be where the next fairy is, in this room. Yep. Just do that. Karisk says, take care, Cone. And if any of you haven't heard yet, Codeman says, by the way, you too, Karisk, I'll be back for Mechanicus. Yep, I was going to mention that. Right, let's see if there's any more fairies. No, good. Yeah, I am planning on doing a Mechanicus live stream next week at some point. Assuming I'm good enough at it. Another one. Take my advice. These things, do not step on them in highly informed. You will otherwise get eaten alive if you do. So avoid that and just use the Deku form. So we do have more. Yeah, we have more fairies out and about. 4 fairies so far found. There's 15 fairies in total in each of the 4 dungeons, and we do want to find them all because that unlocks even more special abilities, which is always nice. Alright, so we can actually step on them as Deku Link, these things. Just don't do it as... Ooh, what's this? It looks like it could be a key. It is a key. Alright, so that is good. Mini boss. Well, not even a mini boss. We're just picking on the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles' just less competent cousins. No fairies in this room, which is good. Let's see what item we picked up in there. Map, nice. Alright, so what we'll do is we'll go ahead and use the key now to unlock that other room we saw in here. That works. Ah, yes, this room. And we can actually move this even as Deku Link, which is nice. Which will save us some trouble because we do have some more fairies to save. As well as the Skulltula to kill too, apparently. Oh, there we go. Now, if we play our cards right, I think we can just manage to hit the fairy bubble here, which means we can then rescue the fairy. Not from this range, which is unfortunate. Maybe if we get a little bit closer. I think from here, if we can get a decent angle somehow. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Ooh, dear. Or I could just wait until I get the bow and arrow. So that'll actually... Oh yeah. This part. Alright, well, what we'll do is we'll get ourselves a Deku Stick. We need to make sure to, of course, remember to get that fairy later. So it's going to be a bit important. But here's the problem. See those moths? They're going to start attacking me. I also have a limited time before this stick burns, so I have to get there. That's done. And we've gotten that. So this should be another goodie. Let's see what it is. Is it going to be the compass or the bow? I love how Deku Link actually jumps in to see what it is. It is the compass. Alright. Oh, I forgot all about these things up here. I think they only spawn bees though, so we have to be careful. Nope, that one spawned a fairy. Well, that is actually good. One less thing to worry about later on. Alright, now, how do I wonder if there's another way to actually acquire that fairy. It doesn't look like it, but that's okay. What I can do is acquire this. I'll actually put on the Great Fairy Mask just so I'll attract one of the two. So aside from that one, I think this is all the... I think that's the only fairy down there that's left. So what I'll do is I'll focus on getting the bow, and then I'll head back into that room later and... Be careful, there's a lot of evil here, the game says. We'll have a plan for dealing with that evil. What we will do is we'll acquire the... That's that taken care of. There we go. That unlocks that room. And that is another fairy under our belt. There's no fairies in this room apparently, which is excellent. It means we can actually save a little bit of effort on that. We just made it. Cool. Ah, game. Let's just get up here. And we will simply get back right to it. At least these guys aren't going to be bothering us anymore. Now, we are on the dawn of the final day, so we do need to hurry when it comes to this a little bit. Although it's not as bad as it might sound. There's the earthquakes from the moon essentially pulling Termina. Moon's gravity pulling on Termina. I think I have just enough to reach that. Yes! Alright. Ladders. Just what the doctor ordered. Now. Oops. Alright, let's see what we need here. Hello there. He's dead. Alright, so now we can go ahead and focus on picking this up, which should be the bow, which will give us access to that, which means we'll also even be able to get that final fairy that I was looking at earlier. And there we are. Make sure there's no fairies in this room. Good. There are, however, some in this room. There we are. Well, I could deal with the fairy right now, but for right this second, I'm going to go over there, see what's over there, and if there's anything of note. Another mini boss fight, which is fine. Alright, so his little friend is going to show up. Got him. And there he goes. And there he is. We defeated them both. He turns into a regular frog. And we should have access to the boss key now. So there we go. Simple enough. Apparently I've been playing this game for almost 3 hours now. So this is easily one of my longer streams, I'll have to admit, but as soon as we get, like I said, the plan is going to be to so we'll just go here. Try to get to that other room real quick. Not that one. Ooh, another fairy. There we go. Alright. Which also, by the way, kills off the evil man-eating plants, too, in this room and the other rooms, so that is excellent. Now comes the tricky part. Actually, wait. Before we even do that, we need to make sure we get to that one set of rooms that I know happens to have fairies in them. I think it's... I think it's those two rooms over there. So, what we'll do is I will jump. We'll acquire the fairy real quick, and then we'll be able to use that to... How many are we up to now? Let's see. 8. This will be our 9th one. Now, I know there's another one in that other room, so that puts it up to 10. So we have 2/3 of the ones found. Excellent. No, you're Link. Alright. Well, I'll just do this again. Just head right back over like I did before. Simple enough. Make sure that this is the last of the fairies I need to get in this room too while at it. That is correct. This is the last one in this room. Which means I have to really just focus on... I think there might be one under one of these platforms, though, or something, if I remember correctly. Okay, we'll just Get this two while at it. That finishes that off. There we go. That should be another ferry or something along those lines. So that means that we are up to 10 now. And the next one should bring us that in that other room that we already been to. We know there's one there, should bring us up to 11, so there should be 4 more at least. So let's see where we are on the map. So it's the room in the east that we need to prioritize from the looks of it. Because it's the one that has another ferry in it that I know of. And these things have also died in here as well. That's just good. Where would it be? I could have sworn there would be one down in one underneath one of these or something. Nope, clearly nothing under there. Kind of hoping there would... I don't know. Wait, I haven't checked. Yeah, I don't see anything there, so just wait for this platform to lower back down. Onto it. Well, we were going to get onto it. I guess I'll just go ahead and take the regular Deku form, or take the Deku form and then just... I must be missing something big, because there should be one here. Somewhere. And I keep fudging all that, so that's unfortunate. Maybe it is there and I'm just missing it or something. Oh, I see it now. Yep. Okay, that should be the final fairy in this room. Alright, so that's another room taken care of. Actually, wait, let's make sure. Yes, that is the final one in this room. Good. Now we can head, I think it's the boss room up here, right? Yes, it is. Well, it's the room that leads to the boss room. And there should be 4 fairies or so in this room. There's 1. There's the second one. How'd I miss? Okay, that one I'll admit. That last one was my fault for missing. There we go. Alright, let's see. All we have to do now is just take this one here. And now, it's a simple matter of finding the last one and then finally getting to the boss itself. And once that's all done, we'll finally be able to just finish off what's left of what we can of the cafe quest. From there, it also should be a good stopping point as well. Ooh, there's the last fairy. Now, I know there should be a switch somewhere around on one of these. So once I hit it with the bow or something, we should be good to go. Now that we've also, by the way, found all 15 fairies in this dungeon, we can finish that part off as well. There we go. I feel silly now for not seeing that. I don't know how I didn't, but I didn't. So yeah, we'll just go ahead. I'm pretty sure that's a temporary thing, so the fires will kick up again soon. That's fine, because it means we can then activate it again, and this time we'll just go right straight for the source. Well, I have a plan. Just go over here. There we go. Yeah, I typically play with mouse and keyboard, so my aim with thumbsticks has been getting a little rusty, admittedly. So yeah, let's just go. Good. Good, and this will take us straight to the boss. And Ottawa is something of a pushover, in my opinion. So he's going to call a few friends of his over to try to back him up, but I don't think it's going to work too well. Although he's got his buddies here are going to be a bigger threat than he is, I'm thinking. There we go, we beat him. Simple enough. And we get another full heart out of it. Oh, we're also going to learn a new song, which is important to beating the game. call us, okay? Alright, so we should have everything really. As far as that particular temple is concerned, we do need to still rescue the princess, which I will do real quickly. But, as you can tell, the water around the temple has gone back to normal. And what's better, we can also now, of course, get the abilities from the Great Fairy. And the list of good things, of course, continues. Let's go ahead and... So here's the princess. We'll be able to rescue her real quick, and then I'll just skip this, and then we'll just... Once we rescue her and all that proper, we'll be able to then use the Song of Soaring to get back. Alright, and here's how you... Ooh, I almost forgot. I had an extra bottle of water left. We'll just drop that. Because the way you rescue the princess is... Well, you quite literally stuff her in the bottle. Anyways, let's go ahead, and while we are at it, we'll just go... I think there should be a heart piece around here too in one of these. Yes, in that treasure chest or something there should be a heart piece. So we can go that route again as well. So that's another, if that is a heart piece over there, that's another free heart piece for us, which is of course always nice. You know, I really do like this game, though, with a lot of the stuff that it has done in terms of gameplay design. You'll see more what I'm talking about with some of the later dungeons and abilities we unlock later as the game progresses, but I do actually need to hurry a little bit to just reach not only that temple there, or the Great Fairy Fountain, but also... There's another mask I need to get, and I need to get it as quickly as possible, and time is starting to run a little shy to get it. And it's a really important mask to get, because it's one of the best masks in the entire game to acquire. Alright, so we'll get this. The Great Fairy should be down here, so... Once I get this, the heart piece done, as well as the finish what's left of the side quest with the princess, we should be good. So we can upgrade our sword technique, which is nice. Alright. So now it's actually going to be even easier to get that chest because all I have to do is just this a few times. This should be a heart piece, I believe, so that's why I came over here. Which should put us at... There we go. No, 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 no. Arr. At least it dropped me right here. So I can just go straight here, go straight to the... There we go. Alright. Chat disconnected. I hope there's nothing wrong. There we go. So we're going to... So she'll free the monkey. That'll be the end. Oh yeah, that reminds me. There's another thing I need to do. Oh dear. I keep remembering I have things to do in this game. See, as little time as I have left, I really do need to actually, because there's another mask I remembered I can get this way right quick, but unfortunately with time being as limited, I might want to actually just, because I need to get to the ranch before nightfall. That way I can try getting the bunny hood, which will allow me to then there we go. Alright, so close to that. And yeah, once I actually do get the bunny ears, I should have enough time to actually go right back here, get that other mask real quick as well, and then I can go straight to getting what's left of the cafe quest done, if I'm not mistaken. Let's double check. Yeah, okay. We should still have time then. Unfortunately, the big issue is that that one enemy that I've been concerned about, that bird that steals your stuff, is directly in the way. There it is right there on the right-hand side. We do need to get past it as quickly as possible. Otherwise, we could be in for a rough time. Okay, so we've made it past through here. Here's the Milk Road. Another owl statue for us. Alright, now if we can just get to the... We've made it to the ranch. All we have to do is get to that... get to the cuckoo's area fast enough and we should be fine. Be able to get another mask this way. And it is the bunny hood, which may sound amusing, but I kid you not, is legitimately one of the most important masks in the game because it increases your movement speed. I think you move, what, maybe twice as fast as you do normally, so that is always good to have. That's the dog ring there, so that must be it right there. And we still have just enough time to get to it, I think. But yeah, once we get this done, we get the other mask, and we finish what's left of that cafe quest, I can just simply call this video a day. We have just enough time. So all we have to do is actually get the chicks here all marching, and they'll actually turn into chickens. And that will allow us to get the bunny hood. So let's go ahead and do that. I think there might be something like 10 chicks in total in here. So we've gotten 5 of them, so that's a good start. There might be as few as 7 though, but we are cutting it close. We need to get out of... Okay, so I was correct. There are 10 at least. We are cutting it close, but I think we can just make it. There we go, perfect. One more left. There we go. Just barely, but we made it. Thank you. Did I really thread the needle that badly? Or that close? Yeah, pretty much. Although he would have actually had me let me stay till after night. To an extent a bit, I guess, but still, that is cutting it close. Okay. You know, I'll finish the cafe stuff first, just in case. Then we'll be able to finish off that other mask, which gives you the pig mask, I think, or whatever it's called. So this should give us another mask and a letter here. Then we can give that letter to one of 2 people, either the postman or Madame Madonna, or whatever her name is. And I'm going to give it to the I'm going to give it to the Madam. Okay, it looks like he's still here, which is perfect. So I can actually get this part of the game done as well. We got the Keaton mask. And Cafe has sent a letter to his mom. So we'll just send the letter to her ourselves. That finishes that part of the quest, and we also get another bottle out of it. But yeah, as you can tell, this new mask is making wonders for us. So we'll be able to actually deposit the money that we have real quick, all 200 rupees, and then I'll be able to go ahead and she actually remembers us, even though we went back in time already, but since we have the stamp. Another good bit there. Now we come to this area. We'll be able to give her the message, and then we'll be able to head straight back to... Oh yeah, I have to be wearing Cafe's mask. Chateau Romani, which is a really good milk that actually gives you unlimited energy. Yes, I am not kidding. It is that broken, but... And it's for the entire duration, by the way. So yeah, we now have unlimited energy. So all in all, pretty good, I think, for a run. We just need to go ahead and finish that other bit real quick with the butler, and then I'll be able to call it. Woodfall, yep, that's where we're heading. I guess the fastest way would be just to go straight through like this. Alright, so now that we've managed to go through there, all we have to do is... Good, we've made it here. We will need to actually put on the Deku mask again, but that's fine. Unfortunately, you cannot put the bunny hood on with any other mask, so no bunny hood and Deku mask for me. Well, still made it. Alright, we've just about got that done. Wow, this stream's taking even longer than I was expecting. Nope, wrong button. Alright, so we have been able to keep up with him so far. Get up there, get up there. Have to hurry. No, no, no! Arr! Well, back to it, I guess. Just get it right this time. Alright, so all we have to do is, once this is done, I'll be calling it a stream. And I messed that up again. That's okay. That was close. At least these guys aren't hostile. Get up there. Alright, we're at this should be close to the home stretch. Oh, ow! That's 100% my fault. Alright. Oh. Alright, we'll make that jump. And we've done it. Mask of Sense. We can now actually start smelling funguses to make blue potions with, which is nice. So now we can actually... That's a good stopping point, I think. We've been through half the cafe quest, we beat the first temple, got tons of masks, and a fair bit of side quests done. That is a good stopping point, in my opinion. So let's save by playing the Song of Time and going back to the first day. There we go. And I'm going to go ahead and end the stream. So let's go ahead and pause. Ooh. Anyways, yeah, but this has been Ace. Glad to have you all watching, and I hope to see you guys again soon. But until then, this has been Ace. Take care. Ace out.